E22 is another heat-related error code, and basically what the E22 is that the PMU board, once again, has not seen a temperature rise of the oil inside of our fry vat of more than 30 degrees Fahrenheit or 17 degrees Celsius within a certain amount of time. So if we look at the inside of our fry vat, one of the first things that we want to check is to make sure that the oil level is at least up to the probe. Sometimes if the oil level is just above the elements but not up to the probe, then the PMU board won't be able to receive that input data from our temperature probe right here, and that's where the E22 error code could come from. Now that's more of an operator or end user situation that could be corrected pretty quick, and we could fill the vat with oil and that would take care of the problem. Another end user issue could actually be the power cord not plugged in at the back of the fryer. That's something we would want to check, and then also we want to make sure that the breaker for that receptacle is on as well. So sometimes the breaker that's actually inside the store we would want to check. Now if that all checks out well and that's good, then something else it could wind up being is our actual heat contactor. So if that's the case, we would want to make sure that when the board is calling for heat, that we have 24 volts DC right here at our terminals for our coil on our heat contactor. If we have that 24 volts DC, then this heat contactor should close and send the 3 phases of voltage across it, one for each, and then we should have voltage going out to our elements, and we should have amp draw across all the legs on our elements. So what we could end up having is potentially a bad heat contactor or maybe even bad elements. Elements are going to be highly unlikely, especially if it's on a full vat where you have 2 elements. You would have to have both elements to be bad for that error code. So the more likely scenario would be the heat contactor. However, if it's on a split vat and your heat contactor was working, you could have a situation where maybe that entire element was bad since there's only one, and it could be a bad element. So that's how we would troubleshoot the E22 error code.